Elections are a democratic process, but they are often likened to a war. So to say, since each party is putting their best foot forward to wrest power. What is unfortunate in India is that most political parties and politicians are more concerned about being in power than actually working on the promises they made to the people who voted for them. We have seen how the opposition parties are often found disrupting the parliament proceedings instead of actually indulging in a healthy debate, and if they disagree with something, perhaps provide an alternative. But in our case, the opposition would rather stick to appeasement politics than have the political will to take steps for reforms. Except the Congress seems to have taken this a step further. You see, the grand old party appears to have accepted that the 2024 elections are a done deal and are now busy consolidating their voter base for the 2029 elections. With PM Modi letting it known at every opportunity that he is confident of returning for the third term, Congress appears less confident with each passing day. Perhaps this is why the party seems to have entered into the scorched earth policy of warfare. Scorched earth policy is a military warfare strategy wherein the losing side destroys everything before retreating. They destroy everything the enemy could use to fight the war or to further its objective after war is over. This would include destruction of water bodies, infrastructure like bridges, food, killing humans, animals. Essentially, the retreating army would want to weaken anything that the winning side could use to their advantage. The origin of the English term could be traced to the Second Sino-Japan War in 1937, where the retreating Chinese army burnt down crops and destroyed infrastructure which would sabotage the advancing Japanese army. Of course, the strategy has been quite old and many Islamic invaders used it centuries back. In fact, as recent as the 1991 Persian Gulf War, one would remember how the retreating Iraqi forces under Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein set over 600 Kuwaiti oil wells on fire. And while Congress party is not literally destroying the country, but through the statements the party's top leadership is making, the potential damage to society cannot be ignored. Recently, Congress leader and Wayanad MP Rahul Gandhi said that the Prime Minister was not born an OBC but was born in general caste, and his caste Ghanchi Teli was included in the OBC, that is other backward class, much later.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ओबीसी नहीं पैदा हुए थे। नरेंद्र मोदी जी तेली कास्ट के गुजरात में व्यक्ति पैदा हुए थे।
Rahul Gandhi said that because PM Modi was not born an OBC, he will not let the caste census take place. It is 2024. It has been over 75 years since India attained independence. At a time when caste should not be even a point of discussion, Rahul Gandhi wants to discuss the caste of the Prime Minister, who sees every Indian as Indian, irrespective of caste and religion. Whether the PM was born in an OBC community or not, how is that even a matter of discussion? Especially when it has been Rahul Gandhi and his loyalists who do not shy away from boosting. So to say about Rahul Gandhi being a Janeudari Brahmin, wouldn't that then be considered a Brahmin supremacist attitude? That Congress chooses the divisive caste politics as a hill to die on is a matter of shame. But that is not all. Another Congress leader, D.K. Suresh, was recently found demanding a separate South Indian country. A Congress leader very publicly peddles separatist agenda, and no one in the party leadership blinks an eye. This when their ally in the south, the DMK leader, Udayanidhi Stalin, also proclaimed that he would want to eradicate Sanatan Dharma and compared Hindus to mosquitoes and dengue. These are divisive words. They have all the elements needed to make Indians resentful towards fellow citizens. The party has been in existence for over 125 years and has been in power in India for a major part since our independence. Surely they know how powerful words are, they know what consequences their statements could have. Rahul Gandhi fully knows the impact his words would have on the society at large. And if that was not enough, we have the so-called farmer protest returning to Delhi. The alleged farmers want their demands met and have decided to camp on the Delhi border, effectively holding the national capital as hostage. Not too surprisingly, the Congress seems to be endorsing the same. After all, the seasoned and seasonal protester Yogendra Yadav has been advising Congress on the election strategy. According to some reports, tractors are modified to break through the barricades set up by police to stop the protesters from entering Delhi. Congress wants law and order chaos so that the international attention is brought to Delhi right before the elections, so that an international narrative is created with help of friendly media that the common man under Modi is unhappy. Of course, there is nothing common about the elite protesters under the garb of farmers who are marching towards Delhi. The idea is simple. If we are not going to be in power for the next 5 years, we will make sure that Modi finds it harder to unite the people of India so that we can continue to be in the politics game. This is their scorched earth strategy for 2024 general elections.